Hello, my dear students. So let's continue with the further part of issue of shares in today's video. So in previous class, we started with methods of issuing the shares. So total four methods I told you. In that, the first method of public offer I explained. In public offer, we studied two types of offer, that is IPO, initial public offer, and FPO, that is further public offer. And the two methods of raising the public offer also we studied. The first one was fixed price issue method, and the second one was book building method. Fine. So this was your first method of issuing the share. So now I am going to start with the next type, means the next method of issuing the shares. That is, second one is offering shares to the existing equity shareholders. A company can raise the funds by offering the shares to its existing equity shareholders by two methods. So in this second method, the company can give the shares or can issue the shares to its existing, means to its old equity shareholders. And this method is applied by applying two more sub methods. The first one is rights issue and the second one is bonus issue. So we will study what do you mean by this rights issue and bonus issue. So coming to rights issue, companies generally do not issue the whole of their authorized capital at once. So when I started with this new chapter, that is when I was explaining you about the authorized capital, I told you authorized capital is the maximum capital a company can raise, and usually the company will not raise the whole capital at once. Stepwise or part wise, as and when funds are needed to the company, the authorized capital is raised. So same thing is explained here also. Companies generally do not issue the whole of their capital, authorized capital, at once. They raise it as and when required. So capital is raised in part wise as and when company requires the finance. When it wants to raise further capital, it can issue shares to its existing equity shareholders. Now, when the company wants to raise further more capital, because if company wants the fund and if it wants to raise further capital in the future, then it can raise the further capital by issuing the shares to its existing equity shareholders. Existing means at present who all are the equity shareholders to the company. To them only the company will issue the shares once again. In what proportion it will issue? It will issue in the proportion to their existing holding, means depending upon their current holding. For example, if there is a shareholder Mr. A, and if he is a existing shareholder of company XYZ, okay, just this is a example. There is a shareholder by name Mr. A and he is a shareholder of company XYZ Company Limited. Now, Mr. A is holding nearby 100 shares in XYZ company. Okay. Now, in this method, that is in the second method of rights issue, the company can give again 100 shares to Mr. A. In existing holding means how many shares he is holding in the same range or in the same mode, same shares are issued to him. That is, if he is holding 100 shares at present, still more 100 shares will be given to him. Or else if he is holding, think that 1000 shares, then still 1000 more shares are given to him. So to in this method of offering shares to equity existing equity shareholders, same number of shares in the same proportion is given to the existing equity shareholder, and such an issue of share is called as rights issue of shares. So rights means first right or first preference, or lawfully it belongs to the existing shareholder. हक से पहले existing equity shareholders को shares दिए जाएंगे, बाद में to the new shareholders shares will be given. So first preference is always, or first right is always with the existing shareholders. Okay, so this is called as your rights issue. The company must give notice to every equity shareholder about offering of the shares. Now here the role of the company is to give a proper notice, or it has to give a proper intimation or information to the existing equity shareholders about the offering of shares. The members may choose to subscribe and increase their holdings, or they may give up their right. Now when the company announces about issue of shares to the existing shareholders, these existing shareholders will be having two options: either they can accept the issue or they can reject the issue. It depends upon the interest of the existing shareholders. They can accept also the offer given by the company, or they can reject also. Fine. So this is relating to your rights issue. So next we'll move to the next slide. The following are the provisions a company makes during rights issue. Now, what are certain conditions a company should follow while making its right issue? Means when shares are issued to the existing shareholders by the company, there are certain rules and regulations a company should follow. What are those rules? Rules are nothing but your provisions. So they are, we'll see one by one. The first one is rights issue are sold to the existing shareholders at a price which is lesser than its market price. So the first condition a company should follow is this: rights issue is always sold to the existing shareholders, means the current shareholders of the company, and not to the new equity shareholders. This is the first rule. It is always sold to the existing shareholders. And at what price it is sold? It is always sold at a price lesser than its market price. Now you may ask, why at a lesser price? Because they are our old equity shareholders. They are our reputed equity shareholders. For this purpose, for them the shares are issued at a lesser price. Means if the market price of the share is rupees 120, then the same share will be sold to the equity shareholders lesser than 120. Like it may be sold for 110 rupees, it may be sold for 105 rupees, 100 rupees, etc. So it is always sold at lesser than its market price. And to whom it is sold? It is sold to the existing equity shareholders and not to new equity shareholders. Okay, so this is the first condition a company should follow. Coming to the second one, a company has to send letter of offer to the existing shareholders at the time of issuing rights shares. So before the company issues the shares to the existing equity shareholders, one letter should be sent to the equity shareholders. That letter is known as your letter of offer. In this letter, what will be mentioned? It will be mentioned that still the company wants to give you the shares. That is, company is interested to issue some more shares to you, as you are the existing equity shareholder of our company. So this letter of offer is to be sent to the existing equity shareholders. This is compulsory. These rules company must and should follow while they issue the shares. Fine. This is the second rule. Coming to the third rule, the letter of offer shall mention. Now, what all this letter of offer includes? The letter of offer includes, first one, number of shares offered. What are the number of shares a company is going to offer? That will be issued. The number of shares will be issued: 100, 200, 1000, 10,000, like this. Number of shares will be issued in that letter. Then second one is the period of offer. Usually what happens when the rights issue is given by the company to the existing equity shareholder, that offer will be specified for a specific period of time, or it is open for a specific period of time, and that period ranges from 15 days to 30 days. Fine. So that offer will be open for the equity shareholders. See here, same thing is given. Offer is valid for a period not less than 15 days and not exceeding 30 days from the date of offer. So the offer will be open for the shareholders with a range from 15 days to 30 days. And third one is the right to renounce. Renounce means what? The shareholders have a right to give up their shares in favor of any other person. Renounce means to give up or to transfer. I told you, whenever the rights issue is done by the company to the existing equity shareholders, shareholders will be having two options. Either they can accept the offer or they can reject the offer. Now, this right to renounce means if the existing shareholders are not interested, if they are not interested in investing in the particular company, then they can give up that right. Means they can transfer the shares which are there in their name to some other person. So right to renounce means they can give up or they can transfer. They can say that I am not interested in investing in your company by giving up their right. Okay. And the last condition is the letter of offer can be sent by registered post, speed post, courier, or through electronic mode. So by these four methods, the letter of offer can be sent to the equity shareholder. It may be sent through registered post, or it may be sent to through speed post or courier, or even through your electronic mode like your email, WhatsApp, etc. Okay. So these are the conditions which a company must and should follow while issuing the shares in rights issue. Okay. So hope you have understood the first type here, rights issue. Fine. Now coming to the next rule. The next rule says that if a shareholder does not respond to the rights issue offer within the stipulated time, it is implied that he is not interested in the offer and the company can offer the unsold shares to new investors. I told you in the period of offer, certain period will be given to the shareholders to accept the order. I told you 30 days, 15 days to 30 days time will be given for the shareholders to accept the order. Now, within this time period, if the shareholders will not respond or if they not reply for their order, then the company will think that shareholders are not interested and the unsold shares will be sold to the new investors. So first right is given to existing equity shareholders. If they are not interested or if they will not respond within the given period of time, then such shares, such unsold shares will be sold to the new investors. Okay. And last rule is the company has to obtain minimum subscription, that is 90% of the issue. If the shareholders accept the offer, okay, if the existing shareholders accept the offer, then 90% of the payment is to be made in the first step only. Minimum subscription means total minimum amount which is to be paid in the first step. So that is 90% of the amount. For example, if the price of one share is rupees 100, then in first step only the shareholder must pay rupees 90. It is 90% of the issue is to be paid in the first step. Okay. So these are the rules relating to the rights issue. Now the second type of existing equity shareholders is bonus issue. I hope you know what do you mean by bonus. Yes, bonus is nothing but a gift or something extra which is given to your employees or which is given to your shareholders. That is nothing but your bonus. Now, what happens in this bonus issue? Bonus shares are fully paid up shares given by the company as a gift. So, bonus shares are nothing but the shares which are offered to the shareholders as a gift. In the form of gift, it is offered out of its accumulated profits or reserves. So, accumulated means collected profits. When profits are collected for a past very long time, that time the company gives a certain number of shares as bonus shares, extra shares as gift, and it will be out of the accumulated profits or reserves. They are given free of cost to the existing equity shareholders. Now, I told you in rights issue, the shares will be given lesser than the market price. But in bonus issue, shares are given free of cost. No need to pay the money, but it is given free of cost. Now, in what proportion it is given? In rights issue, I told you the shareholders will get in their existing proportion. Means if a shareholder is holding 100 shares, some more 100 shares will be given to him. But in bonus issue, the proportion is different. What is that proportion? In proportion to their holdings. For example, certain proportion is decided. That is, if the ratio is 2 is to 1, it means a shareholder holding 2 shares will get 1 additional share as bonus share. This 2 is to 1 is just an example I have given here for your understanding purpose. Okay, this ratio 2 is to 1 or 1 is to 1, 3 is to 1, certain ratio will be decided by the company. This ratio will be decided by the company, and according to that ratio, the bonus shares are given. Now, in this ratio, I have told you the ratio decided is 2 is to 1. Means what? For example, if I am the shareholder and if I hold 2 shares of one company, then 1 share extra share I will get as bonus. Understood? Or if the ratio is 2 is to 3. 2 is to 3 means what? If any shareholder is holding 2 shares in the company, 3 bonus shares will be given to him. 2 is to 3. Fine. So this ratio will be decided by the company itself. What the ratio is to be, it will be decided by the company itself. And usually financially sound companies issue the bonus shares out of its accumulated profits or reserves. Financially sound companies means what? Who are financially strong or who are profitable companies. Only such companies will issue the bonus shares. Financially unsound companies or loss making companies cannot issue the bonus share. How a loss making company can issue bonus? No, it is highly impossible. So only financially sound companies which have a good financial background or which is more profitable company, so only such companies will issue the bonus shares. It is also called as capitalization of profits or reserves. So this bonus issue is also called as capitalization of profits or reserves. Okay. Coming to the provisions, what are the conditions a company should follow while issuing the bonus shares? Now we'll see what are the conditions. So the conditions are a company can issue bonus shares only out of free reserves. Free reserves means I told you in the previous slide, out of the accumulated profits or reserves means collected profits or reserves, the bonus shares can be issued by the company. It also cannot issue bonus shares instead of paying dividend. Now here company cannot say to its existing shareholders that this year dividend will not be given to you, but instead of dividend the company will give you bonus shares. No, this is not the right way. Dividend is the regular income a shareholder should get. It is his regular income. The company cannot say that dividend will not be paid. Instead of dividend, company is ready to pay the bonus shares. No. So a company cannot issue bonus shares instead of paying dividend. Dividend is to be paid compulsory. Apart from dividend, this bonus shares are to be issued. Then third one is, once the announcement for bonus shares is made by the board of directors, it cannot be then withdrawn. Now once the board of directors decide that bonus shares will be issued to the shareholders, it cannot take back its decision. That will be final. Once the announcement is done, it cannot be taken back. Bonus shares are fully paid up shares. They are not partly paid up. Fully paid up shares, they are always fully paid up, means total full amount is to be paid by the shareholders. And shareholders cannot renounce, that is, cannot give away their bonus shares to another person. In rights issue, I told you, if the shareholders are not interested, then they can reject the offer, they can give up the offer. But in case of bonus issue, the bonus shares cannot be given up, means the shareholder has to keep those bonus shares with himself. He cannot transfer those bonus shares to some other person. Okay. So this is relating to your bonus shares. So what we studied today, I explained you the second type of method of issuing the shares. What was that method? It was offering the shares to the existing equity shareholders. In this existing equity shareholders, two types we studied. The first one is rights issue and the second one is bonus issue. And what all the conditions a company should follow while issuing the rights issue and bonus issue. We studied. Fine. So let's stop here. In the next video, we will continue with the further part. Okay. Thank you.